I'm about to ask a hard question that most women refuse to answer honestly. What do you offer men in a modern relationship beyond sex? And before you get offended, hear me out. Because I ask this question all the time when I'm in rooms full of women. And you know what I get? Silence, deflection, anger, but rarely a straight answer. And as a woman, that annoys the hell out of me because I see what's happening. I see the imbalance, and I see good men walking away because the math doesn't add up anymore. So I'm positioning myself here as someone speaking on behalf of frustrated men. Men who are tired of hearing checklists, 6 feet, 6 figures, six pack, polished manners, emotional intelligence, leadership qualities, while being told they're shallow for having any standards of their own. And honestly, I wish my fellow women would wake up and change because this double standard is destroying any chance of partnership. Let me be clear, relationships are supposed to be a balance. I bring value, you bring value. We both walk away better off. But somewhere along the way, that balance broke. And now we're left with women who want all the perks of chivalry: doors opened, protection, preferential treatment. But when you ask what they're trading for it, the answer is a demand, just the demand itself. And men are noticing, trust me, they're noticing. Now, I've watched panels and debates where women genuinely struggle to answer this question. They fumble, they get defensive, they pivot to what men should be doing instead, but they can't articulate what they bring to the table that makes the trade worth it. And here's the thing: historically, men risked life and reputation defending a woman's honor because chastity, loyalty, and public respectability were a part of the deal. There was an exchange, a real one. But today, many women still want the lifeboat and call misogyny if they don't get it, while also insisting they owe nothing in return. That's not equality. That's status on credit. And men are done financing it. So let me ask you, women watching this, women in your life, what's the trade? What are you offering that makes a man say, yes, this is worth my time, my energy, my resources, my future? Drop a comment if you have a real answer, because I genuinely want to know. Now let's talk about the uglier side of dating that keeps surfacing online, because this is where it gets really dark. I've seen women brag about revenge dating, false accusations, reproductive sabotage, using men for attention or resources with zero intention of giving anything back. And look, whether those clips are real, exaggerated, or just rage bait doesn't even matter at this point. The net effect is the same. Men are watching, and they're deciding they'd rather keep their peace than play roulette with their freedom, their finances, and their name. Social media didn't invent the behavior, but it amplified it. And it removed the shame that used to keep bad impulses in check. Now it's celebrated, encouraged, turned into content, and men see it. And they walk away. You see, we've also built a culture where emotional debt gets dumped on the next partner. Years of casual flings, cheating cycles, messy breakups, and situationships pile up into trust issues and bitterness. And then the next guy shows up, and he's told it's his job to heal all of it, to fix what other men broke, to prove he's different, to pay for sins he didn't commit. No, your trauma is your responsibility. Handle it before you ask someone else to carry it. Because a man isn't a therapist. He's not a rehab center for your emotional wreckage. And expecting him to clean up a mess he didn't make? That's not partnership, that's exploitation. Now, look, if you're a man watching this and you're fed up with this narrative, if you're tired of being told you're the problem when the standards keep shifting, Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because we're going to keep breaking down what's actually happening in modern relationships and why so many men are choosing peace over chaos. Okay, so here's another mismatch that ruins things: women advertising accomplishments men didn't ask for while ignoring the traits men actually value in a long term partner. Degrees, apps launched, languages learned. Good for you, genuinely. But if a man is vetting for marriage or a serious relationship, he's not assessing your LinkedIn profile. He's assessing kindness, loyalty, temperament, respect, ability to collaborate, desire for family, health habits, financial sanity, sexual exclusivity, low drama. And here's the kicker: if you wouldn't marry a man just because he's accomplished but selfish and chaotic, why do you assume your resume covers for poor relationship skills? It doesn't. Character matters, and no amount of career success replaces basic decency and cooperation. Then we collide with the equality versus equity confusion. And this is where the hypocrisy gets loud. You can't demand full equality in rights, duties, and competition, then switch to equity the moment outcomes feel uncomfortable and ask for special rules. Pick a framework and own the costs. Because real equality means equal consequences too. You can't have it both ways. And trying to is why men don't trust the game anymore. Let me also address the inflated self ratings, because this is a real problem. Constant validation online convinces some women that they're tens with nothing to improve. That's not confidence. That's fragility wrapped in compliments from strangers who don't know you and don't care about your actual growth. Real partners tell each other the truth. Here's what's great. Here's what needs work. The men who keep quiet to be polite, they're not helping you. They're avoiding conflict while the relationship sinks. So be honest with yourself. Are you actually bringing what you think you're bringing? Or have you been living off validation that has nothing to do with reality? Drop a comment and let me know if this is hitting close to home, because I know it is for a lot of women, and admitting it is the first step to changing it. Now, where does all of this leave us? With a shrinking pool of marriage worthy pairings, more men are clocking the risk and opting out. No marriage, no kids, focus on work and peace. And I don't cheer that. I'm not celebrating the breakdown of relationships. I'm saying it out loud so it's clear why it's happening. Because if we don't name the problem, we can't fix it. And here's the thing: if you actually want partnership, there is an exchange that works. And it's the same bar I hold for myself and expect from my partner. So let me lay it out. Respect, private and public, not performative contempt for social media points. Loyalty and exclusivity. No games, no backups, no thirst traps for attention. Real commitment. Cooperation over ego. We solve problems together. We don't score points against each other. Emotional accountability. Do your inner work. Don't outsource your healing to someone else. Domestic competence, a clean home, healthy food, shared standards. And yes, I contribute. This isn't about gender roles, it's about adulting. Family mindset. If we want kids, we parent as a team, not as competitors. Financial sanity, no debt bombs, no entitlement to his wallet or yours, shared responsibility, and peace. Because peace is the rarest currency in modern relationships. If you can't bring peace, you're bringing chaos, and no man with options will choose chaos. You want chivalry? Earn it the way men earn respect, through consistent behavior that creates trust. I'll open doors, I'll defend you, I'll prioritize your safety, but only if you're a partner who also protects what I'm building: my time, my name, my sanity, our future. Now, men, let me tell you something. I care about you. I really do. That's why I created a newsletter just for you. A corner where I share insights from my professional practice to help you maintain your masculinity, your attraction and magnetism, your health, and your overall wellness after 60. Plus, the validation you deserve without the societal garbage. It's free. Over 3,000 men are already there and thriving. If you want practical tips, real talk, and a community that actually supports you, the link to join is in the description and pinned in the comments. No fluff, just straight value. So here's my final question for the women, and I want you to really sit with this. Are you willing to own your choices, align your incentives, and bring real value to a relationship? Or are you going to keep demanding without offering? Because if it's the latter, don't be surprised when more men continue to step away. And men, one more time, do you see this imbalance in your own life, in the women around you? Drop a comment and let me know, because this conversation needs to happen and it needs to be honest. Look, this isn't anti woman, it's anti nonsense. The fix is simple, not easy. Own your choices, bring real value, act like a partner, not a princess. Do that, and modern relationships can still work. Refuse, and the gap between men and women will keep widening until there's nothing left to bridge. I'm Avery Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.